When we contemplate death, we often frame it as a journey into an abyss of nothingness. But the more I gaze into the depths of the cosmos, and the more I listen to what nature is whispering between the lines, the more convinced I become that we are destined for something transcendent, a realm our ancestors have long called heaven. Begin with first principles. Matter and energy cannot be destroyed, they are transformed. If that conservation applies to quarks and photons, why should it not apply to consciousness, which is an emergent property of those very quarks and photons? Dismiss it as wishful thinking if you like, but the symmetry of physics has a stubborn habit of upholding its contracts. If information is never lost, Hawking's black hole paradox resolved itself on that premise, then the informational essence of you cannot merely evaporate. It must transition. Now consider the architecture of the universe. 95% of it is dark matter, dark energy, domains we have yet to map, let alone understand. In that staggering blind spot, there is ample real estate for dimensions that cradle post-mortal existence. String theory doesn't stop at 3 spatial axes. It suggests 10 or 11. If extra dimensions are woven into the cosmic fabric, what prevents one of those from serving as the receptacle of the soul? Heaven could be a hypersurface curled an angstrom from our own, accessible only when biological shackles unclasp. Neurology offers its own breadcrumbs, studies of terminal lucidity, moments when dementia patients regain crystal clear consciousness just before death, hint at a neural handshake with something beyond synaptic mechanics. These flare-ups are not glitches. They are the brain's way of aligning its final checksum with a larger informational cloud. Think of it as syncing data before the device powers off. But let's descend from theory to the human heart. Across cultures and millennia, independent civilizations have converged on the heaven motif. Convergence is a powerful diagnostic in science. When unrelated data sets point to the same solution, we pay attention. The Inuit, the Maasai, medieval monks, quantum cosmologists, even Silicon Valley's simulation theorists, all sketch a post-life upland where consciousness resumes. Either this is the most persistent cognitive contagion in history, or it is the mind's way of echoing a truth too large to grasp directly. And what of morality? Evolution rewards cooperative behavior. Yes, but it does not require altruism at personal cost. Yet humans perform sacrificial acts, running into burning buildings, donating organs to strangers, behaviors that only make rational sense if there is a ledger larger than a single lifetime. Heaven furnishes that cosmic accounting. It is the guarantee that goodness is not just a chemical side effect, but an investment with dividends beyond the grave. Picture a night sky ablaze with stars. Each star is a thermonuclear engine, yes, but it is also a lighthouse signaling that the universe traffics in grandeur. When your heart stops, your atoms disperse, but the computational pattern that animated them, a tapestry of memories, love, and striving, bridges the gap between worlds. Heaven is not a cloud-top resort. It is the next phase transition of consciousness, as real as liquid turning to vapor. So where do we go after we die? We go home. Home to a domain already wired into the equations that govern everything else. Heaven is not an escape from physics. It is physics, writ in a dialect we have only begun to decipher. Until that dialect becomes fluent, faith and reason walk hand in hand, leading us toward a horizon where science will one day confirm what the soul already knows. Death is not an ending, but a coordinate change. and on the other side awaits a continuum of boundless, luminous becoming.